Welcome into Borleske Stadium. Drew Albaugh on the mic, your play-by-play broadcaster today for all 9 innings in game number 3 between the Corvallis Knights and the Walla Walla Sweets. The Sweets lost the first 2 games of the 3-game set here at home. Game number 1, a 9-7 loss. The Sweets score 7 runs in the 7th inning, but it was not enough as Walla Walla came up just short on the comeback. And then yesterday's ball game, it felt a lot closer, but ended farther away. The Sweets lost 10-3 despite taking an early 3-2 lead after 3 innings. Then the Knights just continued to tack on runs. 4 runs in the 9th inning. It makes it sound like it's not as close, but it was a pretty close game through and through. The Sweets just don't get it done. We will have Countdown with Colby and a players roundup that we filmed about a month ago with Levi Anderson, lefty pitcher for the Walla Walla Sweets. Today it was just super hot. Didn't want to drag any guys outside to do an interview. I made sure to drag Colby, though. So this is the Countdown with manager of the Walla Walla Sweets, Colby Waldo. Hope you guys enjoy. Drew Albaugh alongside manager of the Walla Walla Sweets for another edition of Countdown with Colby. You said it with me today.
You didn't say my name.
I appreciate it.
So it kind of threw me off, but I clutched
But
up.
you got it.
Yeah, I clutched up.
You clutched up, as you do. Time in and time out. Sweets lost 2 straight here. How you get the salvage?
I think continue to come out, try to obviously get off on a better foot. We've been down early in both games so far. I think just playing with tempo. I think guys can see the break kind of coming up, closely through the windshield.
Tomorrow.
And so how do we keep our eyes focused on today and hey, empty the tank. You get the longest break of the summer coming up, so leave it all out there. Nothing to hold back for, nothing to save for tomorrow. How to just leave it all out there, play hard, bring great energy, try to stay cool. That's the key.
That's going to be hard.
I know.
How do you stay cool? Nowhere to hide out on the diamond. I guess there is some shade provided, which is nice.
Yeah, by the time we get to game time, I think the shade will start to creep over the field. So it'll be more the outfielders that are probably wearing it a little bit more. Maybe our left side infielders that have a little more sun to deal with. But that's Walla Walla in mid-July.
Nature of the beast, both teams got to play in the sunshine and the heat. Yesterday, 3 runs after the first few frames in game number 1. All 7 runs come in the 7th. How do you get some more consistent offense? We've seen the runs come, just they've been in big bunches.
Yeah, I think continuing to try to improve our at-bat quality throughout the game. I thought in our bid innings we've put a lot of pressure on guys, and yesterday we got off to a good start. We were right there in the mix, and then we let their starter kind of settle in and cruise for a while, and that's been a bit of a struggle. It's a hard thing to do, but kind of the playing series baseball, trying to get to the bullpen. Obviously, Corvallis is really deep as far as the bullpen arms that we see, but trying to get to the bullpen a little bit quicker, trying to make adjustments a little bit faster so that guys don't have time to settle in and get into a rhythm. I think we just let that starter kind of get into a rhythm a little bit after the first couple innings yesterday and allowed him to shorten the game for the Knights, and that was kind of it.
Yeah, pacing out on the hill. Second time against West Coast League competition. Looked pretty good, all things considered. Yeah. His last time out, how does he replicate that performance today?
Yeah, great experience to establish multiple pitches in the zone early. Not let them sit on a certain pitch or get expectant that they're going to see a certain pitch in a certain count. And so I think if we establish multiple pitches in the zone, find ourselves working ahead in counts, make Corvallis hit in pitcher counts versus hitting counts that they want to get their swings off in, I think we'll be good. If we can find a way to keep guys off base is obviously self-explanatory, but it gives them less opportunity to play small ball, to move guys around, to steal bases and whatnot. So if we can get the leadoff man out of every inning, I think it kind of stymies maybe what they're trying to do offensively. So hopefully you can do that at a high clip.
Before Corvallis scored 4 runs in the 9th frame, all 6 of their runs before that point came with 2 outs. How do you limit that? You're right there on the precipice of getting out of a big jam, and it just didn't happen yesterday.
Yeah, that's baseball a little bit to an extent, right?
Sure.
It's good teams make you pay for mistakes that you make, and you see that early in the game yesterday. We have the drop pop up early on, and one guy away, that goes from being a 0 in the top of the first to being multiple runs scored, and so collecting the outs when they give them to us. You can't miss opportunities when good teams give them to you, and so doing a little bit better job of that, minimizing innings and making it so that as a defense and as a pitching staff, we only have to get 3 outs an inning, and we're not trying to chase 4 or 5 outs an inning to try to get us back in the dugout.
On the other side, defensively, small ball, you didn't see it hurt the Sweets yesterday like it did game number 1. Billy, at third base was playing in at the grass a lot, at first base Dom as well. Was that more of a strategy that you told your guys going into game 2, and we say that again?
Yeah, we just made an small adjustment there. Did a good job of playing with our eyes up. Guys are, it's first time we see guys, so it's hard to know who's going to show drag, who's going to do this and that, and we come into game 2 with a little bit better of an idea about who we might see certain things from, and same thing today in game 3. And so, yeah, we're making adjustments in game. Today, I think it comes down to, hey, we did a good job with the bunt game yesterday. Can we keep them from stealing bases and running all over us in the field there? There's some meat left on the bone as far as defending that, and so hopefully today with Payson and Estabrook back behind the plate, we can make that adjustment and make it a little more difficult for them to move guys into scoring position.
Estabrook yesterday had an off day. Now he gets today behind the plate, the last day before the All-Star break. Yesterday's catcher Nikhil Beasley over at first base for the first time this season. What do you expect out of him? It should be interesting to see out there.
Yeah, I was expecting him to go play hard, and
be a baseball
do
player.
what he needs to do. He's a great athlete. He's played first base in the past, and so it's not while he hasn't spent much time there recently, it's not a completely foreign position to him. So, expecting him to go out and give us his best effort over there at first base, and that's all we can really ask for is, Harry, are you willing to play hard? Are you willing to get dirty, to sacrifice yourself to try to help the team? And he's going to do exactly that. I have don't expect anything different from him, so it'll be good to see him over there.
As a guy who's never played catcher before, I know you have. I see some similarities between first and catcher as far as getting in front of it. Picks. Is that an accurate statement?
Yeah, I would say so. You don't have to make the throw across the diamond, so ground ball comes to you, just got to block it and knock it down and pick it up and either run it over there yourself or flip it to the pitcher. And it's a lot more difficult than that. I think the biggest change is maybe just the footwork around the bag when there are baseballs hit to other positions in the infield, but. I think he'll be just fine. He like we said, he's an athletic kid. Yeah. He's excited about the opportunity, and so that's all you can really ask for.
All-Star break looming. Is it a mindset when you look at the pen? Let's empty out the tank today. We got 4 days of rest.
Yeah, we'll use who we need to try to go get a win today. We've got 6 or 7 quality arms available, ready to use today. So
it's always a good problem.
Yeah, no shortage of arms to use. We'll use who we need to, and knowing that guys are going to have a bit of a break on the back end, and so excited for that. It's hopefully Payson can give us a good one. If we can keep pace with them scoring wise and find ourselves in the back half where we're with a lead, I like our chances with the number of guys we have available on the backside.
We're nearing that 2/3 of the point of the way through the season. A big break. You look around the dugout. I know I need a break. Are you feeling the same way as a team perspective?
Yeah, I think guys are putting a lot of themselves out there every single day that we show up to the yard. I mean, that's what we're asking them to do, but guys are doing it. And so I think the 4 days off that we get before we head to Salem is going to be huge. Hopefully, obviously, get bodies and our legs underneath us a little bit and kind of get some small little guys that are banged up or maybe some kind of nagging injuries and hopefully get some recovery there, but then also just kind of get a mental break from the guys showing up in the routine and, a little extra sleep doesn't hurt. And so I think a lot of guys are excited for that, but hopefully I'm hoping that we have the attitude of we've got business to take care of before we get to that. So give us your best for the next 4 hours and then we'll be able to take a break for 4 days after that.
We lost 4 of the last 5, but on the other side, you see the Marion Berries. They've lost a trio of games in the same time frame. Does that take some of the burn away from these last 5 that you look at the standings and right now, if the playoffs ended, or rather the playoffs started, Sweets are still in there at the 4th spot?
Yeah, obviously that's great to see.
Yeah.
There's multiple perspectives to look at it. You can see it as, hey, we haven't lost any ground as far as the playoff spot goes while we've been struggling a little bit here over the last week or so, which is great. At the same time, we could have made up some really solid ground and given ourselves a bit of a cushion coming down post All-Star break, but can't control the things that have already happened. All we can control is what we do moving forward in today's game. So embrace the opportunity we have today, go out, play hard, and hopefully come away with a salvage.
I know this is still in the future, but how huge is that series going to be down in Salem right out of the break to refocus everybody? I understand you guys have all had 4 days of vacation, but it's time to get business. This is potentially the biggest series of the season at that point.
Yeah, make or break time for sure. It's in the next week and a half, 2 weeks that I think we really find out, hey, what are we made of? Where are we going to be when this all comes down to the end? Are we just going to be playing out the rest of the regular season schedule, or do you guys want to continue to push and be playing meaningful baseball, coming down the stretch or playing in the playoffs, right, in that hunt? And so, the games with Marion are huge. We play them 6 times in the first 9 games out of the break, and so, that's every time we see them in the regular season. So a lot of ground to be made, a lot of ground to give up if you don't show up, and so, those are pivotal. But every game we show up at this point is pivotal and important for us to try to win, and important for us to find a way to get a job done. So, we don't treat them necessarily like any other game that we might play, but there is definitely a heightened importance if you're looking at the standings.
I've come into this world this summer, and there's everyone playing college baseball. Everyone knows every guy and every team. How cool has the MLB draft been going the last couple, or starts today, next couple of days? You got guys all watching it around the TV. Some of them know them personally. It's pretty cool stuff. Yeah,
it's really cool. It's an exciting time for professional baseball, for amateur baseball, and for all these guys. They've got buddies that they know that they're hoping to hear names called. Some of them themselves are hoping to see their names called, over the next 2 days. And so, there are a lot of moving parts, and at the same time, a lot of distractions from maybe being invested and being where your feet are today. But it's all exciting. It's positive stuff. It's great for the sport. It's great for those guys. It's fun to, as guys, we have so many guys from different places, so a lot of them have different rooting interests. So it's fun to have guys invested in a lot of different major league organizations to see the excitement and disappointment that different guys have with the picks that are taken. It makes it fun.
Yeah. All right. This leads us to our question of the day. Colby, it's borderline 100 degrees out right now. Hottest day of the year? I don't know. It's edging that.
Yeah.
Would you rather it be below freezing or below 100 degrees 365 days a year?
Oh. Wait, below or over 100
below,
degrees?
So it's either below 32 degrees, so freezing, whole year.
Okay.
Or above 100 degrees, whole year.
I will say below 32.
Below 32?
Yeah.
What's the philosophy behind that? I think I would agree with you.
I think I would just rather not be that hot.
Rather bundle up?
I feel like 28 to 31 is with the right clothing still like a doable for you to be able to navigate things, but it gets up over 100 degrees. It starts to get a little you gotta push the pause button in things that you're trying to do. So
right. Can I make an argument for the 100+ club?
Sure, let's hear it.
You're a big golfer, right?
Yeah.
Below 32, every time it rains, it's snowing out. When's that melting?
Yeah, but
it's going to be tough to play.
It doesn't really rain all that much,
It's going to have to really not rain.
Yeah, we'll be fine. It's hey, I've been out at some courses here locally in the winter. No snow, but a little on the cold side in November, December, January. 28 to 31 degrees, 32, 33.
Hit the ball in your hand stings a little bit.
Well, if you hit it in the middle of the club face, it doesn't sting.
Yeah, I don't do that much.
Well, maybe stings a little for you.
You can hit in the middle of the club face tomorrow. I know you got a tee time.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna see what we can do. My best friend's in town, so
nice.
we're gonna.
It's gonna be hot
out there. It's gonna be hot. Yeah.
Wear a cold towel around. Who knows?
Cold towel. Try to find a little shade when we get our chances. Try to get out there early and beat the heat. But it'll be a good kickoff to the All-Star break. So excited for the opportunity.
Steal some popsicles from the dugout, maybe?
No, I would never steal from the organization.
I would steal a popsicle. What's your favorite popsicle flavor?
I like the white.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Ones are pretty solid.
The white ones are really solid.
Yeah.
A lot of sugar.
Yeah.
I will say, but
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either.
Yeah.
We'll just ignore that.
Yeah.
Really hot. Sweets trying to get back into the win column today against the Corvallis Knights, and then a huge 4-day All-Star break before taking on the Marion Berries. Thanks so much, Coach.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks, Drew. Go Sweets.
Player roundup here with Levi Anderson. Levi, first off, you looked pretty good out there a couple days ago against Portland. How does the arm feel? I know you were dealing with some stuff.
It's feeling okay, a little sore. It's a little tight. I got hit by a ball, in the elbow on Wednesday.
How'd that happen?
I was catching a flat ground of one of my teammates and just didn't see it out of the hand, had my hat off, had my hand up, and it just nailed me right in the elbow.
Brutal.
Yeah.
But you're feeling pretty good out there?
Yeah, it feels pretty good for the most part. Feel pretty consistent, on a good schedule, good routine.
Nice. So your velo's continually climbing up. What's your goal at the end of the season? Do you want to hit that threshold?
My goal going into the summer was actually to hit 90, but I already got it.
There you go.
Maybe just continue to go on that and see if we can get up to 91 or 92.
Hey, there we go. What are you most comfortable in when you in your pitch arsenal?
Probably fastball. I get a lot of swings and misses with it, so I feel pretty comfortable with it.
How do you balance that with also kind of working in the off-speed pitches?
Feel really good with my curveball. Changeup's starting to come around too, so it's coming out of the world, playing really well off the fastball. So
nice.
I'd say it plays pretty good. Everything
Yep, yes, sir. All right, so you've got the hat on. You know, it's a pretty sick hat. You don't get to play in it. You're probably not playing today.
Yeah,
obviously, that's no secret. You know. Yeah, mostly a starting pitcher for the Sweets. But how's it going to feel to trump out in those uniforms today?
It's going to be pretty cool. We're excited. The guys are talking about it. We saw them for the first time this morning. So, you know, we're really excited to wear these and excited to see what the fans bring.
So rewind, not fast forward to yesterday's ball game. Billy Scaldafair gets a hit into left field. I didn't think that was going to be the walk-off hit. No doubt the Sweets were going to win, but
for sure.
the call around third base, what was going through your head when Leo gave the go-through?
I saw T rounding third, and I was like, oh, no way. Like, he's sending him. You know, I see the R wheeling. I'm like, you know, I like it. Like, you know, they got to make the good throw. You know, everything's got to go.
Sure.
They got to make a good
He's
throw.
He's a fastball player.
You know, putting the pressure on them, and it worked out. So, you know. It was really fun, you know, second one this season already. So.
There you go. I heard the pool was locked up or something. What happened out there?
We got there. We're starting to, you know, do the whole fence thing. And, you know, the worker, you know, he turns around. He goes, nope, get out of here. You know, tell us to leave, so.
One day.
Oh, yeah, we'll get it one day.
A few more walk-offs in the
Suite. We need to be a little bit later next time. You know,
there you go. It was a quick ball game, despite being
really
10th inning. Yeah, despite being the 10th inning. So Sweets are now rolling, especially at home, undefeated. How does it feel to play behind the fans?
Feels great. You know, fan base is great. Fans come out. They show out every day. You know, it's great playing here. You know, got a great stadium. As you can tell, you know.
Yeah, really nice field especially. I mean, we go around the West Coast League. There's some other ballparks with good amenities, but the actual field, like from a player's perspective, how does it compare?
I'd probably say it's the nicest field we played at thus far. You know, the other ones may have like bigger stadiums thus now, or like, you know, surrounding the area.
Sure.
One definitely has the nicest field for sure.
Nice. All right, so I asked about the hat and the jersey. So it brings to the question of the day: favorite jerseys you've ever worn, and then favorite overall jerseys from major leagues, minor leagues, college, whatever.
I had this black jersey in high school.
Oh, high school jersey. Okay.
Yeah. So my favorite jersey ever was a black jersey. It had a Moscow on the cross. And then it was just my number. I thought it was the cleanest thing. It just looked really clean, you know.
Was it all? How about the pants?
They were gray with piping or white with piping.
Nice,
and then stir up with black or red socks.
Cool. And then look across the league. You got any jersey you like? Maybe like a powder blue?
Oh.
Are you a Mariner fan or what's your?
I do like the Mariners.
Mariners, okay.
I like their City Connects a lot.
Really? That's what Colby said.
Yeah,
Colby Waldo.
Like
there you go. So you're gonna go with that, or what's your? How about like a St. Louis powder blue? Those are pretty sweet.
Those are cool. I still like the Mariners though.
There you go. Mariner guy through and through, Northwest through and through, and the Sweets are rolling with a chance to another win today against the Cowlitz Black Bears. Thanks so much.
Go Sweets.
Go Sweets. On a scorching hot Sunday evening, the Sweets face the Corvallis Knights, game number 3, the series finale between the two sides. Walla Walla has dropped the first two games, 9-7 in game number 1, 10-3 in yesterday's ball game, trying to salvage the series and take some momentum into the All-Star break. Out on the hill for the Sweets today, Payson Sweeney, the right-handed arm. Out of Washington, or the University of Washington, incoming senior, standing at 6 feet 5 inches tall out on the mound with a 4.5 ERA and just a couple of appearances with the Sweets. Blue skies, not much wind. Temperature rests just below 100 degrees. On a Sunday fun day, you see kids running through the concourse with their faces painted. They don't care it's 100, they just care that they got some free art. Walla Walla trying to keep pace in the standings, still currently hold that 4th place position, what would give them the second wild card spot in the West Coast League. Stepping in, Blake Wilson, shortstop for the Corvallis Knights, followed by Brock Kettleson, Thomas Ferragero, Max Risk batting 4th, Cole Katayama-Stahl batting 5th, Kellen Siegel batting 6th, Trey Swigert 7th, Ian Fernandez batting 8th, and Maverick Russell batting 9th. The windup and the first pitch is laced out towards left field, ranging back Scaldaferri. He makes the play in the sunlight as he snow cones the ball for out number 1. A hard hit line out. And you heard it there, a first pitch of 6:05 p.m. Now the good news is it should only get cooler from here, 5 p.m., 6 p.m., right around the hottest part of the day. The Diamond in full sun right outside of home plate, where Owen Estabrook and now Brock Kettleson has some shade, steps in the pitch. Kettleson takes the pitch inside, 92 miles an hour at the belt, 1-0. Batting .329 on the year, spins his black bat, now places it on his left shoulder, the pitch. Flared left field, out of play as it goes over the host family section, Lou's crew down the left field line. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. In the top of the first frame, Sweets and Knights, still no score. The windup and the 1-1. Fastball misses well up and outside. Sweeney loses control of it just a touch. 2-1. Defensively for the Sweets, Billy Scaldaferri, saw him in at third the last few games for the Sweets. He's in left field today. That's the next offering. Flared back behind the netting, out of play, bounces into the concourse, 2-2. In straightaway center field, got an off day yesterday, Andrew Demanu. And in right field, Hunter Comine. Jacob Talbot at the hot corner, playing third. Trevor T at short. Nate Stuyvesant playing second base, and Nikhil Beasley at first. 1 out. Searching for his first K, the pitch. Misses up and outside. He's going to have to wait at least 1 more as catcher for the Sweets. Owen Estabrook squeezes that ball well outside. Nikhil Beasley at first. It's his first time playing a position for the Sweets that isn't catcher. 1 out. The payoff pitch. Just gets a piece of it. A foul ball back behind home plate. Over the screen. We'll do it again. No score here in the top of the first. Walla Walla trying to salvage the series. Take a little bit of momentum into the All-Star break. Next game's on Friday against the Marion Berries down in Salem. 1 out, the payoff pitch. A weakly hit ball that just gets over the netting behind home plate yet again. A fan catches it on the fly. You hear some cheers and shouts. Brock Kettleson really making Payson Sweeney work for this one. In the windup, the righties deal. Misses high, ball 4. Kettleson wins that battle, walks to first base. And the Knights have a base runner. In the last 2 games, the Knights place a couple of outs in the first frame, and then they get some magic going. In game number 1, they score 2 runs. In game 2 as well, they also scored 2 runs in the first. Yesterday, everything came with a couple of outs. In fact, their first 6 runs came with 2 outs. Timely hitting. Sweeney trying to avoid that here. Facing Ferragero, the pitch. Kettleson takes off, throw goes over to second base, tag applied, he got him. Owen Estabrook throws a dart. Fastball hits the inner third, 0-1 to Ferragero. Kettleson caught, trying to take second. My goodness, Estabrook threw an absolute frozen rope right on the money. A nice tag as well by Trevor T. So now all of a sudden there's 2 gone, nobody on, the 0-1. Fastball scrapes over the outer edge. Outer black for strike 2. All of a sudden Payson Sweeney 1 pitch away from getting out of the top of the first without any damage. Shakes off a couple of pitches, now nods his head. The 0-2 deal. A high chopper, couple of bounces to Trevor T. He charges in the grass, the toss to first, in time, out 3. He loses his glasses as he runs back to the dugout. almost lost his hat as well. Trevor T was flying up to that baseball, beats Ferragero. And we move to the bottom of the first, Sweets and Knights, no score, a 1-2-3 top of the frame. Bottom of the first on the other side on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbotsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Sweets and Knights, no score as we move to the bottom of the first frame. The first time this series in the three-game set that Walla Walla has kept the Knights off the scoreboard in the top of the first. As Jacob Talbot steps in the leadoff bat for the Sweets. First pitch, misses high, 1-0 from the righty arm of Zach Johnson. Stands at 6 feet out on the mound, the righty arm out of Linfield College. In the windup, the pitch. Misses away, 2-0. Johnson with a 4.09 ERA and 22 innings pitched for the Knights. He comes set at the belt, the pitch. Just misses the upper outside corner, 3-0. Jacob Talbot on the other side. A couple of games ago, pitched for the Swedes, and then in yesterday's ball game, played at the hot corner, the 3-0. Scrapes the outer edge, 3 balls and 1 strike. Now Talbot's back in the lineup, batting leadoff for the Swedes. Can get it done in all facets. The two-way player. Hitters count, 3-1. Skied right field, out of play as it continues to slice into the bright blue bleachers that run across the right field line. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Talbot. Andrew Demenu on deck, and Dom Cadiz batting third. Your first 3 batters for the Swedes. Johnson's payoff pitch. Misses up and in, ball 4 at 90 miles an hour, just misses the zone. Talbot takes first base for free, and up steps Andrew Demenu. Matthew Degree, home plate umpire, turns and talks to manager Knight for the Knights, who was chirping about that pitch. Did just miss up and inside, according to TrackMan. Andrew Demenu, the righty bat, steps into the dish. Talbot a lead at first, the pitch. Fastball right up over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Nobody out. Talbot on first. No score here in the bottom of the first frame in the series finale between the Knights and the Swedes. Johnson set at the belt. Twirls and throws to first base. Pickoff attempt just a little bit high as Maverick Russell has to spring up off his bag. Make the catch. Talbot back in plenty of time. The 0-1 pitch. Shows bunt, pulls away. Fastball misses outside. The throw goes over to second base. A delayed steal from Talbot. Dives head first, and he's out. Talbot was caught between first and second base. A delayed steal attempt. Ian Fernandez behind the plate didn't even know where to throw the ball initially. Pump fake to first, then threw to second base, and still beat Talbot trying to take second. And all of a sudden, there's one gone. The 1-1 on the way. Twirls in for strike 2, a get-me-over curve that just clips the top rail. After Dom Cadiz batting third on deck, it's Owen Estabrook batting fourth, Billy Scaldaferri batting fifth, Nikhil Beasley batting sixth. The next offering, a swing and a miss. 91 way upstairs. Demonu swings right through it, and there's 2 gone for Dom Cadiz. Trevor T batting 7th. Nate Stuyvesant back in the lineup today after getting the off day yesterday. Batting 8th, and Hunter Komine batting 9th. Picked up his first base hit in the Sweets jersey yesterday. In the windup, the pitch. Misses outside, 1-0. Goes with the curveball. Defensively for the Knights in left field, Cole Katayama stall. The 1-0. Fly back into the screen, a foul ball for strike 1. Brock Kettleson straightaway center field. Kellen Siegel in right. Maddox Risky at the hot corner at third. Blake Wilson at short. Thomas Furajaro at second, and Maverick Russell at first, the 1-1. A swing and a foul tip into Ian Fernandez's glove. Tees that up rather nicely for myself. He's behind the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cadiz trying to get the Sweets going here in the bottom of the first, no score. The pitch. A wave and a miss, strike 3. Instead, he chases the slider that runs off the zone, and it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first frame. Jacob Talbot works the leadoff walk. It seems like it's going to be a prosperous inning for the Sweets. Then all of a sudden gets caught trying to take second base. The top of the first and the bottom of the first inning. Both a walk and both caught stealing. And it's a 1-2-3 frame. We move to the top of the second. No score between the Knights and the Sweets. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium to the top of the second. No score between the Sweets and the Knights. Risky steps in the first pitch. Misses outside with an off-speed pitch, 1-0. Risky hitting .320 on the year, and yesterday's ball game goes 2 for 5. The kick in the deal. A roller over towards short. Trevor T gloves at the ankles, throws to first in time. A quick out, number 1. Up steps Cole Katayama stall.
Let's go to number 24. Cole Katayama stall.
Nikhil Beasley over at first base makes his second play of the day, technically speaking, as he squeezes his glove at first. Primarily a catcher for not only Sacramento State, but also the Sweets this season. Now over at first, the first pitch. Fastball runs high to Katayama stall. Hitting .364 on the season. And yesterday's ball game 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. The righty's deal. Just misses the outside black. 2-0. In fact, Katayama stalled this series, sitting just 1 for 6. The Sweets have somewhat had his number, the 2-0. Fastball runs away. 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Misses inside, ball 4. The second walk of the day induced by Payson Sweeney. And up steps Kellen Siegel with 1 on.
All right, go to number 9. Kellen.
You always know it's Siegel stepping up because he has that bright blue barrel bat. Starts out as a gray handle and slowly fades into a bright blue. A beautiful bat. First pitch. Scrapes the outer edge at 89 miles an hour. A great pitch from Sweeney, 0-1. Most of these guys have just a black bat, and I understand the simplicity, but if I was out there, I'd be rocking all sorts of stuff. 1 out. The 0-1 pitch. Misses high. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, I don't know how much more expensive it is to design your own bats. I imagine you can find different colored bats for the same price as a black bat. Gonna have to do my research. 1 out. The righty's deal. Misses away, 2-1.
Come on, catch!
Something about a wooden bat. I held one actually today when I was talking to manager Colby Waldo. For some reason, he had one in his coach's office. It just feels like you're playing baseball. I don't know how to describe it. The 2-1. Katayama Stahl takes off. The throw over to second base. Tag applied. Not in time. Just gets under the tag. A bang-bang play. Nate Stuyvesant covered the bag at second base. That throw maybe just a touch high. Payson Sweeney's pitch missed a little bit high as well. 3 balls and 1 strike to Kellen Siegel. Trying to find the zone here on a hitter's count. Has to be careful. From the stretch, the pitch. Up and in at the chin. Ball 4, and there's 2 on. Up steps Trey Swigert, designated hitter today for Corvallis. 2 for 5 in yesterday's ball game. From the left side. He grips his, you guessed it, all black bat plastered by his white batting gloves. That's probably the most popular combo. The white batting gloves with the black bat. First pitch. Swing and a miss. 89 upper rail, right by him for strike 1. Now maybe that combo works so well because it kind of can go with anything. It works with the Knights' crimson jerseys and gray pants. It also works with the Sweets, who are wearing all whites today, red caps. Runners take their lead, the 0-1. Fastball whistles up and away. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Blue skies, sunshine, a slight breeze blowing out towards left center field, not a cloud in the sky. You would think it'd be a perfect day for baseball. 2 on. The 1-1 is roped right side, in and out of Stuyvesant's glove at second base. The ball slowly meanders into center field. Deminu comes up with the ball. Katamaya Stahl rounds third base, touches home, he scores. Kellen Siegel hits third, and it's an RBI single for Trey Swigert. And the Knights strike first on top 1-0 over the Sweets here in the top of the second.
From pitcher number 27, Ian Fernandez.
So I mentioned you'd think it'd be a perfect day for baseball, but here's the rub. The kicker, as they say. 98 degrees. Feels like 100 at the time of first pitch. I am melting like an ice cream cone up here in the booth. Can't imagine playing a baseball game right now as Fernandez steps in. The first pitch. Hits top rail. Just gets the call. Strike one. Kellen Siegel at third. Trey Swigert at first. Ian Fernandez, the right-handed bat, in at the dish. From the stretch, the pitch. A slow roller right side, charging the baseball, Nate Stuyvesant, and he can't come up with it as he kicks it into right field. Siegel touches home, and the Sweets now trail the Knights 2-0 as Ian Fernandez gets by with a single. An exit velo of just 71 miles an hour, found the perfect spot in the infield, and just like that, Walla Walla in an early hole. A couple of walks, a couple of singles, and up steps Maverick Russell. Swigert at second now, Fernandez at first. Kicks and deals. Misses up and away, 1-0. Russell batting ninth for the Knights. On deck, Blake Wilson, the leadoff man. Sweeney comes set, takes a peek at second, now delivers home. Just misses away at 89 miles an hour. 2 balls and no strikes. Russell went 1 for 4 a couple of days ago. Had the off day yesterday, hitting just under 300 on the season. The incoming freshman at UCLA. 1 out, the 2-0. Scrapes the outer edge. A pitcher's pitch with the fastball. 2-1. I'll be back. The Sweets have had just 1 lead this entire series. It came in the bottom of the second yesterday. 1 out. Sweets trail 2-0. The 2-1. Goes back to the heater. The exact same pitch on the outer black. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Sweeney still searching for his first strikeout of the game. Has 5 on the season and just 4 innings pitched. 1 out. The 2-2 deal. Curveball swirls inside at the belt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fans continue to stream on in down the right field line. A super hot day. You can imagine not the most fans I've ever seen here at Borleske, but still a pretty good turnout, all things considered. With Swigert at second, Fernandez at first, take their lead, the 3-2. Misses away, let him off the hook. Ball 4, Maverick Russell walks, and the bases are juiced for Blake Wilson in the top of the lineup. Payson Sweeney has allowed just 2 base hits, both singles, and one of them off the bat of Ian Fernandez. Really slowly hit. Just got past Nate Stuyvesant's glove at second. A perfectly placed little dinker to the right side of the infield. Everything else has been walks. 4 free passes already. We're only in the second frame. A meeting out on the hill between Payson Sweeney, Owen Estabrook, and the rest of the infield. Manager Colby Waldo talks up Sweeney. Today is the MLB draft first round. Pretty funny moment out before the game. All the guys were watching the first few selections. And first baseman today for the Sweets, Nikhil Beasley, is a fan of the Nationals. And when the Nationals picked Eli Wiltis at the first overall selection, let's just say Beasley did not know who he was, and his reaction resembled what you would think of a guy that didn't know who he was baffled. There's a very funny photo that's circulating. General Manager Cody got a picture of his first reaction when he heard the pick. Bases loaded, Blake Wilson steps in, meeting's adjourned. The first pitch. Fastball crackles over the outside corner. 0-1. People react to the drafts in every sport, even in the NFL where these guys immediately make an impact. No one knows what they're talking about. The righty steal. Misses outside, 1-1. But especially in baseball, drafting kids that are literally kids, 17 years old, it's really hard to evaluate talent. So my advice to any of you, just wait a few years. 1 out, the 1-1. Fly back into the netting. A foul ball for strike 2. Wilson lined out to left field his first time up. With the bases juiced, Knights lead the Sweets 2-0 here in the top of the second. Blake Wilson, double-digit RBIs on the season. He has 10. Kicks and deals. Slider misses away. 2-2. Sweeney gets the sign from Estabrook. A big pitch here with the bases juiced. The 2-2. Just misses a little bit low. A tick outside as well. 3-2. Need to find a strike here. Have to test Blake Wilson. The incoming junior out of the University of Washington, Payson Sweeney, also out of the University of Washington. A little Huskies duel in a big spot. Bases loaded. 1 out. The payoff pitch. Misses high, ball 4. Wilson wins the Husky battle. A bases loaded walk puts in another run. The Sweets trail 3-0 here in the top of the second. Kettleson, the 8th guy to the plate. Ferragaro on deck. The only Knights player who has not seen the dish here in the top of the second. Wilson at first, Russell at second, Fernandez at third. Comes set, the pitch. Fastball misses up and away at 90 miles an hour. We've seen his fastball miss today quite a bit up and away. To a lefty bat that is up and away, to a right-handed bat that's in at the chin. As Sweeney gets the sign yet again, what will Estabrook dial up? The pitch. Another fastball and another one misses up and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Sweeney's got to dig deep here and find the strike zone. Walla Walla on the precipice of getting swept by the Knights and losing their 5th in the last 6 games. In the thick of a playoff race. 1 out, the 2-0. Scrapes the inner corner. A huge pitch by Sweeney. Falling behind 3-0 to a guy like Kettleson, hitting .329 on the season, a death sentence. That's a huge strike. The 2-1. Flared out towards left field, over the screen, and out of play as it bounces on the concourse and lands into a gentleman's lap who didn't even expect the ball, wearing a bright blue shirt. Twisted his back to see it, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's right here. 1 out, bases juiced. Comes set, kicks and deals. Is crushed out towards deep right field. Hunter Comine rages to his right, and it falls down into the corner. 1 run scores, trailing around and scoring Ian Fernandez. Stopping at second base, Brock Kettleson with a 2 RBI double. And the Sweets now trail 5-0 against the Knights here in the top of the second.
The second baseman, number 7, Thomas Ferragaro.
There's still just 1 out. Now there's 2 runners in scoring position. Payson Sweeney at this point just trying to limit the damage. Ferragaro steps in, the lefty bat. First pitch. Misses downstairs, 1-0. Ferragaro, the 9th batter up here in the second frame. Blake Wilson now at third, Kettleson at second. Kicks and deals. Misses high, 2 balls and no strikes. A lot of these pitches Sweeney's missing just a fraction of an inch. Hovering around the zone, just can't hone it in, and oftentimes that's the difference in a start. Whips his right arm, the pitch. Finds the zone. 89 burnt over the outside corner. 2-1. The 2-1. Misses away, 3 balls and 1 strike. Sweeney in danger of walking the bases loaded for the second time this inning, with Maddox risky on deck. Led off the inning with a harmless ground out to short. Since then, it's been nothing but trouble. The hitter's count pitch. A looper out towards center field. Andrew Demonu charges. He makes the play in center. The throw comes home. Cut off by Nikhil Beasley at the plate. Tagging and scoring from third, Wilson. And the Sweets now trail the ninth 6-0 in the top of the second. Kettleson stays at second base. And Ferrajaro gets the job done with a sacrifice fly. Risky steps in with a gray torpedo bat. A torpedo bat is when the thicker part of the barrel is more towards the handle than all the way at the end. A new age technology, a spin and a throw to second base. Kettleson dives back safely. Really been popularized this season in the MLB, and the fact that it's already making its way to summer ball just tells you how effective it is for some guys. First pitch on the way. Fastball striped over the outer edge, 0-1. A huge study done a few years back. Torpedo bats actually did make an appearance a couple of years ago, just not super popularized until just this last season or so. That guys actually make more contact a little lower as the pitch is on the way. Kettleson takes off to third. Estabrook throws high. Talbot tags, not in time. Had to range above his shoulder to grab that baseball. Kettleson dirties up his gray pants and dives in with his bright white batting gloves. Touches the bag just in time. A runner now on third. 2 outs. The 1-1 to Risky. Misses away. Kettleson's 22nd stolen base on the year. That leads the Corvallis Knights. 2 outs, the 2-1. Misses high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Payson Sweeney just can't find the zone today. Already 5 free passes. He's given up 3 walks. The pitch. Scrapes the inner edge. 3-2. Given up 3 bases, I should say. 5 walks. So 2 outs. Full count. Sweeney searching for his first strikeout and to get out of the jam. The pitch. Roped right side and the inning continues. A slow line drive out towards right field. Kettleson scores and the Sweets now trail 7-0. Disaster here in the second.
The left fielder, number 24, Colby
Risky comes through with his first knock on the day, now 1 for 2. It's now 3 for 7 on the series, and up steps Cole Kadiyama Stahl, faces the first pitch. Inside. Well, Walla Walla has struggled here right before the All-Star break. It's been limping to the finish line with 2 gone, the 1-0. Popped up, this should finally get him out of it. Shallow right field. Stuyvesant ranges under it, makes the play a few feet in front of the cut of the grass. And it's out number 3, but the Knights plate 7 runs. Now on top 7-0. 4 base hits, No errors, 5 walks. That's the real kicker. Payson Sweeney gets out of the jam, but does give up the 7 runs. We move to the bottom of the second. Time to play catch-up. The Walla Walla Sweets. We'll be back after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Time to play catch-up as we move to the bottom of the second frame. And no, I'm not talking about a condiment you put on your hot dog. I'm talking about the Sweets trailing 7-0. A 7 spot in the top of the 7th. And up steps Owen Estabrook for the Sweets, batting 4th. The righty bat faces the righty's deal. It's the upstairs part of the zone on the outer third. 0-1. Estabrook got the off day yesterday. Went 1 for 3 a couple games ago against the Knights. Series opener, the pitch. Popped up behind the plate. Out of play. 0-2. Payson Sweeney in the top of the second just could not find the strike zone. Gives up 5 walks, 4 base hits. And that was the difference, the 0-2. A swing and a miss at a slider in the dirt. Ian Fernandez collects, throws to first base, out 1. Third strikeout of the day for Johnson, and up steps Billy Scaldaferri. Scaldaferri had one of the most productive games I've seen of a Sweets player this season in game number 1 against the Knights. As the first pitch is sky to right field, this slices out of play. Goes over the bleachers, 0-1. Went 2 for 2 with a couple of walks, a few RBIs, scored a few times as well. And then yesterday's bowl game goes 0 for 4. We'll see if he can flip the script. The 0-1. Misses away. A ball and a strike. Scaldaferri steps out of the box, takes a practice swing with his gray bat plastered by his bright red batting gloves. From the stretch, the pitch skips in. 2-1. Goes with the 75-mile-per-hour curveball. We've seen Johnson work that in as the 2-1 goes back to the heater. Scaldaferri's late on it. 90 in at the hands. 2-2. One gone, nobody on. Sweets trail 7-0. The 2-2 is laced left side. A liner right into Wilson's glove as he ranges to his left and makes the play. Out 2. 2 gone. Nikhil Beasley steps in. Over at first base today, I've already mentioned it a few times, but he's primarily a catcher. Played DH a little bit. First time anywhere else, any other than those 2 spots, as the first pitch misses away. 1-0 to Beasley. Yesterday's ball game goes 1 for 4. The average sitting at 240 for Nikhil. Out of Sacramento State, facing the 1-0. Foul ball back into the screen. Count runs even. On a hot day here in Walla Walla, temperatures just under 100 degrees. Sun's shining down the right field line over the bleachers. The 1-1. misses outside. A little bit of shade on the field. Some trees helping out home plate. A few spots in the infield, but other than that, all sun. The 2-1 is a slow roller over towards short. Wilson charges, slings it to first into the chest of Russell, out 3. Another 1-2-3 inning. We'll move to the top of the third. Knights in complete control on top 7-0 over the Sweets. We'll be back right after this. Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbotsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Onwards and upwards to the top of the third. Sweets trails 7-0. Payson Sweeney steps back out on the hill. Facing Siegel, the first pitch, popped up, slowly meandering back behind the plate, and out of play, 0-1. A 7 spot in the top of the second propelled a 7-0 lead. The pitch misses away. 1-1. 5 walks from Payson Sweeney, and that's been the difference, folks. Walla Walla trying to avoid the sweep as the 1-1. Scratches the outside corner. 1-2. And an early hole, though. Going to need some serious offense. We've seen him score in bunches as the 1-2 is a couple of hops over towards the left side of the infield. T backhands, throws it to first, beats him by a step as Nikhil Beasley stretches and catches for out 1. In the first game, the Sweets scored 7 runs in the 7th frame. Now, Walla Walla would need to do that today to just tie the ball game, but there is some hope. The first pitch. A cue shot, left side of the infield. Once again, it's Trevor T. Ranging to his right, he throws to his left in time. A cross-body maneuver for out 2. Puts down Swigert, and up steps Ian Fernandez. Four of the 8 outs from the Sweets have been a ground out to short. Up steps Russell, the pitch. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the broadcast today on a hot Sunday evening in Walla Walla. Kicks and deals. It's the outside black. 0-2 with 2 outs. If you'd all be so kind to go down and subscribe, doesn't cost you anything. Helps us out, trying to grow an audience here. You can also chat down below if you subscribe. Some benefit to you. The pitch. Just gets a piece of it on 0-2. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sweeney shakes off a few pitches, nods his head, taps his left foot, and the pitch. Dials up the curveball, misses high. 1-2. Russell pinwheels his bat a few times around. Rests it above his right shoulder, the 1-2. Caught him looking, strike 3. A curveball meanders its way up until the inside upstairs corner. Strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Payson Sweeney, and it's a quick 1-2-3 third. We move to the bottom half of the frame. Sweets trail 7-0 on the Walla Walla Sweets digital network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, C&GC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. We roll onwards to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sweets trails 7-0 against the Knights. And up steps Trevor T. T hitless in his last 6 ball games, goes 0 for 2 yesterday. Hitting .243 on the season, batting 7th, the first pitch. Fastball runs up and in, 1-0. Now, Trevor T has still made his way in the game as far as being productive for the Sweets, despite going hitless as the 1-0 misses outside. Against the Cowlitz Black Bears, for example, scored a few times and had 4 stolen bases. Doubles his season total. From the windup, the pitch. Right back up the middle, dived. Wilson snares, the throw to first, not in time. Trevor T has himself a base hit in the first time in 6 ball games. All smiles for T. And Walla Walla has a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the 3rd. When you're in those types of slumps, you're just hoping something finally works. You start to change your daily routine, eat different foods, maybe get a haircut, switch something up, and finally T reaches on a base hit. The first pitch on the way to Stuyvesant clips the outside upstairs corner, 0-1. Sweets trail 7-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Johnson has been dealing, the first base runner allowed since the very first time he walked Talbot. The pitch misses low and away, 1-0. That was all the way back in the first frame. Talbot, the leadoff bat for the Sweets. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Late on an 87-mile-per-hour heater upstairs. 1-2. Hunter Comini on deck, then the lineup turns around for Walla Walla. Wind blowing out towards right center field. From the stretch, the 1-2. A wave and a miss, strike 3. Stuyvesant chases an off-speed pitch right off the plates. One gone. All-Star break coming up. Next few games. Yes, tomorrow it starts. It rolls from Monday through Thursday. All-Star game over in Bellingham, Washington. You can watch that on the West Coast League website, I believe. 1 out. The first pitch. Back pick over to first as the pitch misses outside. T dives back safely, 1-0. Don't quote me on that. There is definitely ways you can watch it, though, to see what's going to be Tanner Kern, Dom Kiddies. Gunnar Guile was picked to be an all-star. He's not going to go. 1-0. High pop-up, right field. Out of play. It bangs off the gray concourse. Trickles into the blue seats as a couple of fans go running for the baseball. 1-1. One out. T at first base, standing put. Now takes a little bit of a lead. From the stretch, the pitch. Crackles over the top rail for strike 2. Holy smokes, just gets the get me over curve. To Hunter Comine, facing a ball and 2-strike pitch. Went 1 for 3 yesterday. The first hit in a Walla Walla Sweets uniform. The pitch. Roller right back up the middle. Johnson snares over to second. It gets by Blake Wilson. T round second and heads to third. Hunter Comini reaches first base. Runners on the corners now for the top of the lineup. Jacob Talbot. A stroke of luck. All of a sudden, the Sweets a little bit of an opportunity here. On a scorching hot day here in Walla Walla. Put it into context, the papers in front of me here at the booth, when I put my forearm down on the table, I pick it back up and the papers stick to my skin. First pitch to Talbot. It's the outer black, 0-1. Talbot walked his last time up, caught stealing second base. That was the last base runner before Trevor T led off the third with the single as the Sweets trail 7-0 here in the home half. 1 out, the 0-1. Swirls and clips the outer third. Just gets the call from home plate umpire Matthew Degree. According to TrackMan, that's a few inches off the plate. Talbot behind 0-2 either way. 1 out. Runners on the corners, the pitch. Misses well outside in the other batter's box. As Fernandez slides to his right. Stops it with his right knee, kind of an unconventional way. Whatever way gets the job done, that's what I say. Unconventional or not. 1 out. Hunter takes a huge lead at first. The 1-2, a swing and a miss. Talbot can't catch up to the 90-mile-per-hour heater. Out 2. Strikeout number 5 for Zach Johnson. Up steps Andrew Deminu. Deminu had himself an off day yesterday. Gets brought up to the second spot in the lineup, the highest he's been all season. 2 outs, the righty steal. A wave and a miss for strike 1. In fact, Jacob Talbot and Andrew Deminu both are at their highest position in the batting order all year long. Now, partially that has to do with some guys like Gunnar Guile and Young getting a day off. 2 outs. Wiggles at the mound, the pitch. Misses away. 1-1. You can see The fans here around Borleske using programs to wave it in their face, get a little bit of wind. Really not much to be heard of. Maybe a slight breeze out towards left. The next offering popped up. Shallow right field in foul territory. Ranging under it, Siegel. Instead, it's the second baseman, Furajaro, who makes the play right at the chalk for out 3. Sweets leave 2 stranded, still can't scrape across a run. On 1 base hit, we head to the top of the 7th inning on the Walla Walla Sweets. Top of the 4th inning, rather. Sweets trail 7-0 on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework.
Back here at Borleske, Sweets trail 7-0. We roll onwards to the top of the 4th frame. Russell steps in, the lefty bat. First pitch. Misses outside from the right hand of Payson Sweeney. He gave up all 7 runs in the 2nd inning. First and third have been really calm. Not the case there, the 1-0. Downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Sweeney with just the lone strikeout today. The first pitch. Misses away, 3-0. Russell steps back in, the 3-0. Up and inside, ball 4. Struggles continue to find the zone. A walk, and up steps Blake Wilson. Wilson walked and scored a run back in the 3rd. Rather, the 2nd inning. Lined out to left in the 1st. Hitting .330 on the year. First pitch. Misses low and away. Blake Wilson and Payson Sweeney, a couple of dogs. Now, not in the metaphorical sense, but actually in where they go to school. Both out of the University of Washington over in Seattle. The 1-0. Hits the outside corner. A ball and a strike. Sweeney twirls and throws to first. Maverick Russell dives back safely. Sweets trail 7-0. Here in the top of the 4th inning, a series finale between the Sweets and the Knights on the eve of an all-star break. The 1-1. Curveball spins high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sunday fun day here at the ballpark. You can come down. Kids run the bases. Free face paint. A great day. Right outside the fact that it's 100 degrees out, of course. The 2-1. Alone outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. So originally I'm from Tacoma, Washington, which in the summertime sometimes it does get hot. And then I go to Syracuse for school, and I mean, I'm only there when it's snowy practically. I barely saw grass the whole year as the 3-1 is laced right up the middle, snared by T on a rope for out 1. A hard hit ball, 98 off the bat. T makes it look easy, diving back safely to first. Maverick Russell as T kind of pump faked him. So people kept telling me, oh, going to Walla Walla, that's going to be hot over there. Then I came here and, you know, people from manager Colby Waldo to general manager of the Sweets, Cody was saying how it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. Just wait. The first pitch is popped up out towards center field. Drifting over to his right, Andrew Demanu, who makes the play in shallow straightaway center, out 2. Then the July 4th hit, and it was 69 degrees. It was below 70 on the 4th of July. And I said, this whole east side of Washington thing being hot's got to be a myth. Turns out a week later, and yeah, Mother Nature is making me eat my words. With Russell at first, he takes a little bit of a baby lead, not trying to do too much. 2 outs, the pitch. Shows bunt, gets it down, right back up. Sweeney can't field it. He bobbled it as he tried to bare hand the baseball. Reaches with an infield single as Ferrajaro lays down the bunt. 2 on, up steps Maddox Risky grounded out in the first, a sacrifice fly in the 3rd frame, still searching for his first base hit. He's had a productive series, 4 for 7 against the Sweets the last couple of days. Hitting .328 on the year. The right-hander's delivery on the way. Is popped out towards right field, lofted into shallow right, moving back. Stuyvesant makes the play above his left shoulder, out number 3. Knights leave a couple stranded. Payson Sweeney gives up a base hit and a walk, but doesn't let it bite him. Sweets still trail 7-0. We move to the bottom of the 4th on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Digital Network.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote.
First pitch misses, or rather it hits the outer edge for strike 1. Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Bottom of the 4th, Sweets trail 7-0, the 0-1. Misses away to Cadiz, a ball and a strike. Cadiz struck out swinging in the first frame. The windup, the pitch. A slow roller, right side, charged for Jara, feels it at the knees, slings it to first base. Maverick Russell makes a squeeze for out 1. Up steps Estabrook. And he also struck out swinging back in the second frame. Led off the second. Out of everyone here in the ballpark, and it's hot, and I commend anyone for coming out today, it's Owen Estabrook as the first pitch. Misses away. Estabrook almost offers at it. Holds back in time, 1-0. It's Owen Estabrook and Ian Fernandez I feel the most bad for, behind the plates. As the windup and the 1-0 is popped up out towards center field. Ranging back, Demanu slides. Kettleson makes the play. Out 2. Ian Fernandez and Owen Estabrook have to not only catch, which is by far the most physically demanding position in maybe not just baseball, but in most sports. But they got to do it with all of their gear on. Baseball, obviously, don't wear shorts, you wear pants. 100 degrees. The first pitch to Scaldaferri is laced out towards straightaway center field. Kettleson does not have to move. 96 off the bat. Scaldaferri gets robbed of a base hit. Hits it hard. It doesn't matter. We move to the top of the 5th. Sweets trail 7-0 on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Sweets trail 7-0 here in the top of the 5th. In steps the lefty bat, Cole Katayama Stahl. Flew out to second base back in the second frame. Both of his 2 appearances have been in the second. As there's a new pitcher out on the mound for the Sweets. The first pitch on the way. Misses just a hair outside, 1-0. Paxton Fenberg steps in, the righty arm out of Edmonds Community College. In the motion, the pitch. Twirls in for strike 1. Hits top rail. Fenberg comes set yet again. The next offering on the way. Down and in for ball 2. Fenberg working with a 2.89 ERA. 9 1/3 innings pitched. Originally committed to Gonzaga University, since has switched over to Edmonds Community College as the 2-1. Is roped to right side on a bounce. Nikhil Beasley gloves it. Steps on first for out. Number 1. Beasley looking like he knows what he's doing over there at first. That's because, of course, he does. But he has not played first base in a few years since high school. Hasn't played it for the Sweets yet this season. Makes it look easy. Up steps Kellen Siegel, the righty bat, facing the righty's deal. Is rolled right back up the middle. Trevor T fields it at the shoelaces, the third of first in time. Out number 2, up steps Tri Swigart. Here in the top of the 5th. Sweets trail 7-0. Swigart, the lefty bat. 1 for 2 on the day. A single back in the second frame. The first offering is scorched out towards straightaway center field. Andrew Deminu rushes back. He can't make the play. It goes well above his head and bounces in front of the Albertson sign and straightaway center field. Rounding second base and heading to third, Swigart. The throw goes over to third from a cutoff man, Nate Stuyvesant. Not in time. In without a slide. A triple. The third straight day the Knights have a triple on the board. It comes here in the 5th frame with the Sweets down 7-0. 103 miles an hour off the bat, 345 feet, and that bounced all the way out towards the 412-foot sign out in center field. Up steps Ian Fernandez. The pitch. Right back up the middle. It clocks Fenberg in the skull and bounces into left field. 1 run scores as Fernandez reaches first. He fell down. Fenberg immediately pops up and motions over to manager Colby Waldo, says he's okay. As his hat is off, his red hair flowing behind his ears. He seems to be okay. 105 miles an hour off the bat, directly back into the skull of Fenberg. Let's hope he's okay. Infield is all meeting at the mound. Personal trainers talking it up with Fenberg. Holy smokes. That was a rocket shot. Let's hope he's okay. He seems like he is. Fenberg dapping up his teammates, smiles and gives a thumbs up over to Fernandez, who singled off of him. Wow. Avoided disaster there. All right. Well, the Knights scrape across another run, but at least the pitchers aren't going down like flies out there on the hill as Fenberg goes down. Jeez, that was right back to where it came from. Up steps Russell, the pitch. Hits outer edge, 0-1. There was an interview with a pitcher back a few years ago in the MLB. Forget who he was or what his name was. But he was interviewed after he got hit in the head with the pitch, and he said, "Oh, well, we have a hat on." As the 0-1, a curveball misses outside. And the reporter continues to go, "The hat isn't a helmet." And then he said, "Well, then why do we have it on? It's for protective wear." That actually made me think that the pitcher who was giving the interview did maybe have some sort of concussion-type symptoms by that answer. The next pitch is also rocketed out towards deep center field. Deminu on his horse makes the play as he splits the gap in left field. Out 3. Knights hit 1 across. Now trail 8-0, a couple of base hits, a triple and a single. Other than that, Fenberg scrapes by. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Sweets now trail the Knights 8-0. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Beasley steps in, facing the first pitch from Johnson on the way. Misses high 1-0. Sweets trail 8-0 against the Knights. They trail onwards to the bottom of the 5th frame. The 1-0. Misses downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Nikhil Beasley at the first base position for the Sweets. Usually a catcher. I'm sure today he's happy he's not behind the plate. The next offering is crushed out towards deep left field. Puts a charge into it. It's gone. Nikhil Beasley smokes it over the Columbia REA line. Just over the yellow wall. Walla Walla gets on the board, trails 8-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Nikhil Beasley, 100 miles an hour off the bat, 369 feet out towards left field. And the Sweets on the board as Trevor T steps in. The first pitch, a swing and a miss. The first home run for the Sweets in over a week. It's the Yakima Valley Pippins, the last time the Sweets get over the wall. The 0-1. Curveball clips the lower outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes to T. Nikhil Beasley's second homer of the year. He goes yard against the Bend Elks a week ago. The 0-2 is crushed out towards right field, and then opposite field power out of play. Out of the ballpark as well. We'll do it again, 0-2. The next offering, another one tanked off the bat, and it's another one that slices well out of play down the first base side. T steps in and does it again on 0-2. So does Johnson out on the mound. The kick in the deal. Taps it off his bat. We'll do it again. Kind of just reached his wood right over the plate. Just got a piece of it. Dials up 79, outside lower corner. A great pitch from Zach Johnson. T does a good job just to spoil it off. As the Sweets trail 8-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. It's been only 3 home runs this series. The Knights had 1 in each of the first 2 games. Here in the 3rd, Nikhil Beasley gets it done for the Sweets. From the windup, the 0-2. A couple of bounces over towards short. Blake Wilson fields, skips it to first base. Not in time. Trevor T beats out the throw. Just a hair low. We're going to mark it down as an infield single, though. Blake Wilson fielded it at the shoe tops. Threw it to first and in the Borleske grass. Kind of slowed down the trajectory of the ball. A couple of hops. Maverick Russell did a nice job to lean out his body. Still not in time. Nate Stuyvesant steps in. Nobody out. The first pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Behind the plate, 0-1. Walla Walla trails 8-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Lights turn on here at Borleske as the sun continues to set down the right field line. A little bit of wind swirling out towards center. The 0-1 is roped out towards right field. Gets down in front of Kettleson. T around second, heads to third. A collision out in right center field. Kettleson ends up coming up with the ball, and Nate Stuyvesant gets on the board with a base hit. Runners now on the corners for Hunter Comine, the 9-hole hitter. Slowly but surely, the Swedes need to continue to scrape and claw their way back into this. Down 8-1, a 7-run second frame. You get rid of that, and we have a tie ball game, but that's not baseball. Got to play all 9 innings. On the other side, the Swedes still have 5 innings to work with. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th, Swedes trail 8-1. Stuyvesant at first, T at third, and Comine steps in, reaching on an E6 his last time up in the 3rd. Taps his all-black bat on home plate a few times. As Johnson comes set at the belt, the first pitch. Misses low and away, 1-0. Stuyvesant takes a hearty lead at first base. Johnson's next offering, right down the middle. Center cut for strike 1. Johnson set. The pitch is poked out towards straightaway center. Kettleson doesn't have to move and makes the play in shallow center field. The throw comes in as T stays put at third, and there's one gone. That was hit hard, 89 off the bat. Unfortunately, right at Kettleson. A stroke of luck for Zach Johnson, and up steps Jacob Talbot. Walla Walla cannot afford to let these opportunities go by the wayside, already trailing by 7. Zach Johnson set at the belt, kicks and deals. Curveball spins and twirls its way in for strike 1. One out. The righty steal. Misses down in the dirt. Fernandez has to get dirty. Stops it in front of him with T at third. Just searching for an opportunity to come 90 feet home. The Swedes already have 1 run in the inning off a homer from Nikhil Beasley. The 1-1 to Talbot. Rolled left side over towards short. Wilson on to second for 1, over to first. Not in time. Jacob Talbot beats out the double play. And Trevor T comes home to score. Swedes now trail 8-2 in the bottom of the 5th.
Number 41, Andrew Demanu.
Talbot reaches on a fielder's choice, and Andrew Demanu, the 2-hole hitter, steps in. Out of Lynn Benton Community College, 0 for 2 on the day, hitting .245 on the season. The righty bat places his black bat on his right shoulder as Johnson comes set. The first pitch misses low and away, 1-0. Talbot inching his way at first base. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Seemed to be out in front of an 89-mile-per-hour fastball, and the count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here to Demanu. Went 1 for 4 a couple of games ago. Had the off day yesterday. Kicks and deals. Down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swedes have put 2 across here in the bottom of the 5th. Now trail the Knights by 6. Slowly but surely, down 8-2. The 2-1. Misses away, 3 balls and 1 strike. With Dom Cadiz on deck, he can hit it a long ways. Already had 7 homers on the season. Can Demanu keep the line moving? A hitter's count. The pitch. Rides the outer rail. 3-2. Dials up the 89-mile-per-hour heater. We've seen Zach Johnson fluctuate between 88 and 90 all day long as he comes set, taps his left foot. The payoff pitch, runner takes off, check swing. Did not go. He did go. Oh my goodness. Andrew Deminu was 2/3 of the way to first base. A very late call. Gabe Nobert on the plate, on the bases, made that call. I mean, that was seriously delayed. Ian Fernandez, catcher for the Knights, went off smiling with his tongue out. I even think he thinks he got away with one. And Colby Waldo, manager of the Walla Walla Sweets, is talking it up with Gabe Nobert. That's a big chance for the Sweets that goes by the wayside. Would have had a couple on with Dom Cadiz coming up to the plate. Instead, the Sweets put just a couple across. Now down by 6-8-2. It's a good start. We move to the top of the 6th on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
We roll onwards to the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher out on the hill for the Sweets, Jared Glenn, facing off against Wilson. The first pitch. A check swing goes around for strike 1. Wilson 0 for 2 on the day with a walk, scored back in the 2nd. The right-handed bat hitting just over .330 on the season. The pitch. Up and in, almost clips him. Ball 1. Glenn with a 6.48 ERA in 8 1/3 innings pitched with the Sweets. Out of Gonzaga University. Gets the sign from Estabrook. From the windup, the 1-1. Misses downstairs in the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. Glenn, one of the most effortless deliveries I've ever seen. Stands at 6'4", incoming senior. He knows what he's doing. As the 2-1 is crushed out toward right field, well over the bleachers, out of play. Down the right field line, 2-2. It looks like he's not even trying out there, and he dials up pitches that clock in at 90+ miles an hour. The 2-2. A curveball is roped out towards left field. Looking up, Scaldaferri, it's gone. A hanging curveball finds its way over the Whitman College sign down the left field line. Second homer of the game, not for Blake Wilson, his first. Sweets now trail 9-2. Top 6, Sweets trail 9-2. Up steps Brock Kettleson. A rude awakening for Jared Glenn out on the hill. The pitch. Misses up and away, 1-0. Comes set, kicks and deals. Fastball hits top rail. 1 ball and 1 strike. The infield now in full shade. That's a good thing. It's the 1-1. Is sliced on the ground over towards short. Trevor T picks it up at the knees, fires to first in time. Out 1. Now, despite it being 7:30, it is still 95 degrees. 95. And it's going to get colder, but it's not going to go below 90 degrees until 8:46 p.m. That's in an hour, the first pitch. Kisses the outside corner, 0-1. The last time I remember being this hot, and I'm up here in the booth, I'm not even playing baseball, but you know, the chair I'm sitting on is all sticky. Everything seems like it's made with some sort of honey as the next pitch is cued up the middle. Right past Glenn, right past Trevor T, range to his left and into center field. A single for Brock Kettleson, for Thomas Ferragero rather.
The third baseman, number 4, Maddox Liskey.
Sorry for some technical difficulties, cut out there for a moment. Should be back with 1 out, no balls and 1 strike. Glenn leans in. The righties deal. On the way. Curveball fouled back into the screen. 0-2. The last time I remember being this hot, junior year of high school, over in Tacoma, it was 110 plus. And that was the hottest I've ever been in my life because in the west side of Washington, there's no AC except for if you're really rich or have some other circumstances. As the 0-2 misses outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So I was in my house trying to sleep in 100+ degree temperatures with the doors wide open, no wind, 1 little fan, and I could not fall asleep. And this is the kicker to the story. The kicker is my entire family was in Hawaii. The 1-2 misses just a little bit low for ball 2. So they're all prancing around in the great state of Hawaii. It's 80 degrees over there, diving in the sun and the palm trees and the ocean, surfing, and I'm stuck in Tacoma. 1 out, the 2-2. From the stretch, the pitch. A swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 gone. Cole Katayama Stahl steps in. I was so hot. I slept not in my room that night. I slept out in the family room on the couch because there's a little bit better airflow. Not much better. Could not fall asleep still. I still remember I had frozen steaks on my back, bags of peas on my neck. The pitch hits the upper outside corner, 0-1. I was watching TV trying to go to bed as my neck was sticking to the fabric of the pillow. 100+ degree temperatures at 4 a.m. It was so hot. 2 outs. The kick and the deal. Downstairs, 1-1. The next morning, I did get to go to the airport, and I met my family in Hawaii, thank goodness. But if I had to stay another night in that house with those temperatures, I don't know what I would have done. I would have not slept, the 1-1. Scrapes the outer edge, 1 ball and 2 strikes. When I was 5 years old, it was 104. I still remember this. And we went to 3 movies in 1 day because it was the only place with AC. The 1-2. Runner takes off. Fastball whistles outside. The throw goes over to second base. Not a great throw by Estabrook as the ball goes up high as T has to jump out of his shoes, just keeps it into the infield. Ferragamo grabs second base. Two balls and two strikes. Sweets trail 9-2 with 2 outs. Comes set. Lifts his left leg and the pitch. Misses low and away. 3-2. Ferragamo's 6th stolen base of the season. As he stands over at second base with 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Fouled off his own foot as it trickles down the first base line. Out of play. The thing about this weather over on the east side, it gets colder in western Washington. It's a short bursts. Here, it's not meant to be under 85 degrees for the next 10 days. The 3-2 is laced out towards the left, out of play yet again. 3-2. Tomorrow, a 95-degree high. Slightly cools down on Tuesday, but still scorching hot. Sweeney comes limp on the hill as he dangles his right arm. Gets the sign, comes set. The 3-2. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Glenn dials up a heater on the outside corner. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Sweets trail 9-2, a home run from Blake Wilson. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
To the bottom of the 6th frame, Sweets trail 9-2 against the Knights as the 3-hole hitter rather, Dom Cadiz steps in. On to the bottom of the 6th, Sweets trail 9-2 here at Borleske Stadium. Dom Cadiz steps in, 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout in the first, a ground out in the third. The first pitch on the way. Misses outside, 1-0. Luke Kolbsbeek out on the hill, the lefty arm. Comes set, the pitch. Trails and clips the lower outside corner. A pitcher's pitch for strike 1. Kolbsbeek out of Cal Poly St. Louis Obispo. Comes set, the 1-1. Swirls in right down the heart of the plate for strike 2. Cadiz steps back in as he twirls his black bat around, plastered by his white gloves with a bolt symbol on the front, the 1-2. Chopped foul left side. Out in front of a breaking ball, and we'll do it again. Cadiz trying to get on the board with a base hit. Hitting .370 on the season, third best mark in the West Coast League. The 1-2. Misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here against the Knights, hitting 3 for 9 in the previous 2 games, now 3 for 11 after today's totals. Somehow that's still below his average. The 2-2 is roped out towards left, and there's your base hit as it finds the outfield grass. Katamaya Stahl comes up with the ball. Cadiz, a hard banana turn around first base, elects to not go to second. A leadoff base hit here in the 6th. Sweets trail 9-2, and up steps Owen Estabrook. Luke Kaufspeak, the incoming sophomore, working with a 3.97 ERA, 13 strikeouts to just 6 walks. Has not given up a run since June 27th against the Cowlitz Black Bears. Been a little over 2 weeks. As he comes set. The lefty's deal. Misses high and away. That single to left, 112 miles an hour off the bat. Dom Cadiz scorches one down the line. One of the fastest pitches off the bat I've seen this entire season. The 1-0. Scrapes the outer edge. 1-1. Cadiz has got all the tools at just 18 years old. He's just got to continue to put it all together. He certainly is. The 1-1. Check swing, doesn't matter. Fastball hits the top third. 1-2. A West Coast League All-Star is going to be heading to Bellingham tomorrow. Dom's going to be someone that's watching the MLB draft closely tomorrow as well, as the 1-2 pitch is rung him up, strike 3. Off speed on the inner black. Estabrook shakes his head and walks back to the dugout. His second strikeout of the game, and up steps Scaldaferri. Rounds 3 through 20 happen tomorrow. The first 2 happen today. Dom Cadiz is probably going to get drafted. Just a matter of where, not when. The pitch misses outside. Is committed to UCLA. It's all about how much money nowadays and the whole MLB draft process. One of the more confusing, if not the most confusing drafts. As the first pitch is crushed out to left. This gets down. A very similar hit to Cadiz. As Katamaya Stahl comes up with it. Throws it in enough time to keep Cadiz at second base. Scaldaferri now at first. And there's 2 on for Nikhil Beasley. He homered his last time up. The way the MLB draft works, 20 rounds, which seems high, but it used to be a lot more. It used to be somewhere around 50, I believe. So there's 20 rounds. The first couple happen on day 1. The rest happen tomorrow. And unlike in most sports where the best players go at the top of the draft, now that still happens, but there's a wrinkle. With 1 out, Scaldaferri and Cadiz take their lead. The pitch up and away, ball 1 to Nikhil. Sweets trail 9-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Teams are only allowed to spend a certain amount of money in the MLB draft. So they have a certain amount of money pool for the MLB draft, and it's based off of where you draft. As the 1-0 crackles over the upstairs outside corner. A ball and a strike. So some teams draft players that might not necessarily should be selected as high as wherever they pick them. It doesn't really matter. This is done throughout the draft. The 1-1. Popped up high in the sky. This is going to stay in the infield. Thomas Ferragaro, second baseman, makes the play at the dirt. Out 2. Up steps Trevor T. So what these teams do is they, quote, draft these guys under or over slot. Now, under slot means they signed a guy for less money than what that draft pick is estimated to be worth. And then they save that money so that later in the draft, they can get guys in rounds, 3 through 20 at, quote, over slot, so they can get guys that are overvalued in later rounds and maybe get a guy who's not valued as much in the first couple. The first pitch hits top rail 0-1. And this works in the MLB draft because it's such a hard process. I mean, these guys are getting drafted at 17, 18 years old. A guy like Dom Cadiz staying at second base for the Sweets, just 18 years old. Hasn't played a lick of college ball. It's the 0-1. Misses low and in. A ball and a strike. So that makes it tough, but there's injuries. There's, Tommy John, all of that stuff that plays a factor. It's just a tough, it's tough. So as an MLB team, if you can get the most value as far as quantity of players from the stretch, the pitch is poked out towards right field, high in the sky, not a play. A ball and 2 strikes to Trevor T as the Sweets trail 9-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 gone. 2 on with Cadiz at second, Scaldaferri at first. Trevor T up in the batter's box. So if you can get a large amount of capital in the middle rounds, that's where sometimes teams really find and strike gold. Calf speak. Twirls around, throws to second. Cadiz back without a slide. Two gone. Scaldaferri at first, Cadiz at second. Sweets down 9-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Could use a spark here. The 1-2. Upstairs to Trevor T. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The southpaw comes set at the belt with his black mitt resting at his crimson jersey. The 2-2. Up and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nate Stuyvesant on deck, the 8-hole hitter, followed by Hunter Komine. If the Sweets want to climb the mountain, they need a strike here with 2 on. The 3-2, instead, stepping off is Luke Kalfspeak. Runners off at first motion. The pitch, runners go, swing and a miss, strike 3. Kalfspeak goes high cheddar, 88 upstairs. T swings right through it. Top of the 7th. On the other side, 2 base hits, 2 left on. No errors, no runs. Sweets trail 9-2 on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with us, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
For the Sweets, from the University of Washington, number 11, Sam Nicholson.
Hear me? Sam Nicholson steps out, the incoming freshman out of the University of Washington. Originally from Renton, the first pitch, a swing and a miss for strike number 1. Kellen Siegel swings right through it like a hot knife through butter as he steps back in. 1 for 2 on the day, a triple back in the 5th. The next offering crackles the outside corner, 0-2. Nicholson, the righty arm, clocking in at 91 miles an hour with the heater as he comes set, swivels the pitch. Got him looking, strike 3. A curveball drips in. Nicholson, a nice first impression at his very first appearance in a Sweets jersey. And up steps Trey Swigert. With the Sweets trailing 9-2 here in the top of the 7th. A muggy, hot day here in Walla Walla. The first offering hits the basement of the zone, 0-1, 4 pitches and 4 strikes. The diamond fully covered in shade outside of a few spots out in deep center field. The next pitch, curveball misses well away, 1-1. As the sun continues to fall down towards the horizon, down the right field line, out of view behind the bleachers. The 1-1. Curveball misses away. A spin rate just south of 2,000 rotations per minute. 20 inches of vertical break, the 2-1. Hits the top of the zone at 91. 2-2. Come set. The righty's deal is roped out towards right field. Gets down for a base hit. Comine comes up with it as he throws it in. Trey Swigert gets to Nicholson. First single. Trey Swigert now 2 for 4 in the day. First base hit allowed by Nicholson. And up steps Ian Fernandez. Fernandez 2 for 3 on the day. A couple of singles. A strikeout looking back in the 3rd. Scored in the 2nd frame where the Knights have had most of their run production. The righty bat facing the righty deal. Right down the pipe, 0-1. 7 of the Knights' 9 runs came back in the 2nd frame. Starting pitcher Payson Sweeney just imploded. Looked pretty good other than that. He gave up 5 walks in that inning, 4 base hits. Throw goes to first base. Swigert dives back safely. Nicholson with an aggressive pitching motion. The next offering. A curveball drips in. 12-6 for strike 2. The second he comes set, once he gets in his delivery, it's very aggressive towards home plate. The 0-2. A swing and a miss. Dials up 92 right by him. Up steps Maverick Russell. How about it? Nicholson. Looking good with a couple of Ks. The offering. A slow roller left side. Nicholson's going to field it at the knees. The quick throw to first in time out 3. Looking good out there. The new kid on the block impresses. Manager Colby Waldo and the rest of the Sweets in the dugout all smiles. He might be pretty useful for here on out. What do you say? It's time to stretch. Sweets up, trail 9-2. Middle of the 7th. 1 base hit, 1 left on. Be back right after this. Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at Underwriter Honda of WallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun,
Sweets trail 9-2 as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Everyone's stretched here at Borleske as Nate Stuyvesant steps in. The 8-hole hitter for the Sweets, incoming sophomore at Stanford. 1 for 2 on the day. From the windup, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Dials up the heater, top of the rail. Calf speaks, set at the belt. Swivels, the 0-1. Up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Stuyvesant. Sweets down by 7, looking for that big frame. The 1-1. Up and away yet again, 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Skied out towards right field, moving under it Siegel. Makes the play and straightaway right high above his head. Out 1. That's how the bottom of the 7th starts. And up steps Hunter Comine. Comine 0 for 2 on the day, reached on an E6 back in the 3rd, lined out to center field. A well-struck ball his last time up in the 5th. Just 1 base hit on the season, the first pitch on the way. Misses outside, 1-0. Hitting .090 on the year. Out of Seattle University. Twirls his all-black bat a few times around. And faces the 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. Leo Rivera, third base coach for the Sweets. A coach over at Seattle University last year. The next offering is flared out towards right field, above the screen, and over section B, out of play, 2-1. I'm sure they got to know each other quite a bit before Hunter joined the Sweets a couple of weeks ago. 1 out, the 2-1. Check swing. He went around for strike 2. 2-2. Top of the lineup. On deck, Jacob Talbot, Andrew Deminu, and Dom Kiddies, the next 3 batters. 1 out, Sweets trailed 9-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. The windup, the pitch. Misses away. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Hunter. He's worked 4 walks on the season. It's really how he's supplied his value to the Sweets here in the early part of his year. Calf speaks 3-2. Outside ball 4, and there's another one. A free base, and up steps Jacob Talbot, the leadoff bat. Talbot 0 for 2 on the day, reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Walked and was caught stealing back in the 1st. Caspeak set, the pitch. Down in the dirt for ball number 1. Let's take a quick trip around the West Coast League. Why not? We haven't done that today. The Bellingham Bells beat the Kamloops North Paws 8-2. That game started at 12 a.m. Imagine how hot it would have been here in Walla Walla, the 1-0. A swing and a foul tip for strike 1. I was actually talking to manager Colby Waldo, or not Colby, general manager Cody, similar sounding names, about why there's no noon, 1 o'clock starts on Sundays here at Borleske. And it's just because of that, the heat, the 1-1. Off the end of the bat, touches home plate and out of play for strike 2. With 1 gone, Hunter a lead at first. The Apple Sox beat the Night Owls 5-2. Harbor Cats win a close one over the Kelowna Falcons 10-9. And the Edmonton Riverhawks beat the Port Angeles Lefties 9-5. The Southpaws deal well upstairs and outside. To a lefty bat, that would have clocked him in the head. 2-2. A good piece of news for the Sweets. The Springfield Drifters beat the Marion Berries 8-4. The Berries just a half game back of Walla Walla, the 2-2. Is punched out towards right field over the screen. This is not playable. It goes into the concourse. 2-2 yet again with 1 out. So the chance for the Sweets to gain a game on the Marion Berries. Now, not looking super likely. Down 9-2, the 2-2. Roped out towards right field, late and out of play. It bounces off the Sluggers concession stand down the right field line, and we'll do it again on 2-2. If you're a Sweets fan, though, got to keep hoping the Marion Berries just keep losing ball games. Now, Walla Walla has obviously struggled as of late. This would be their 5th loss in 6 games. Now, the caveat to that is the Marion Berries have not fared too well either. The pitch. Up and away, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Talbot. Yesterday's ball game, Springfield lost 8-4. Did beat the Drifters 15-4 in game number 2, the next offering. Instead, to throw to first, Comine dives back safely. But the Drifters take 2 of 3 against the Berries, and against the Elks, Marion didn't fare all too much better. Lost 2 of 3 as well. Back to first again as Hunter dives back safely. So in the time that if the Sweets lose today, they would have dropped 5 of 6, but the Berries have dropped 4 of 6. So all things considered, not too much ground has been lost. 1 out, the 2-2. Foul tip. Did Ian Fernandez hang on? He did not. In and out of the glove. We'll do it again on 2-2. I talked to manager Colby Waldo on Countdown to Colby about just this. And he said, yes, on one side it's great. Of course, the Marion Berries is losing. The time we're losing, it's ideal. We're not losing too much ground. If the season ends today, the Sweets still in a playoff spot. In that 4th spot. But on the other side, this was an opportunity, he told me, to gain some ground, as the 2-2 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Talbot can't catch up to the 88-mile-per-hour heater on the outer edge. Strike 3. Out 2, and up steps Andrew Demnu. With Comine at first. So yes, it's great that the opportunity has been wasted, and that's definitely true. The first pitch. Crackles over the outside corner, 0-1. You can find the rest of that conversation on Countdown with Colby on the Walla Walla Sweets YouTube channel. Make sure to check it out, the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to Andrew Deminu. Also, might as well, while you're here, subscribe down below. Really helps out everyone here behind the scenes. Walla Walla Sweets YouTube channel. Deminu 0 for 3 on the day, facing the 1-1. A swing and a miss, strike 2. Kalfspeak searching for back-to-back Ks. Would be his 4th strikeout on the day. He dangles his left arm by his left side and now comes set. The pitch. A wave and a miss for strike 3. Kalfspeak stares out towards center field and slowly walks back over towards his dugout with his 4th strikeout of the day. The Sweets leave 1 stranded on no hits, no errors, no runs. We move to the top of the 8th. The Sweets down 9-2 on the Walla Walla Sweets digital network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHonda of WallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you.
We move on to the top of the 8th inning. Sweets trail 9-2. Blake Wilson, the leadoff bat, steps in, facing Nicholson. The pitch skips in low, 1 ball and no strikes. Nicholson's first appearance, a couple of strikeouts, gives up just 1 base hit. Also threw out a guy. The pitch, 1-0, misses up and in, above the helmet of Blake Wilson as he ducks down. 2-0. Sweets trail 9-2. Sun continuing to dip close to the horizon. The 2-0 is crushed out towards left field. A high arcing ball, a moonshot. Scalaferri looks back, and it just creeps over the left center field wall. Gone. Sweets trail 10-2, top 8. Blake Wilson goes back to back. 2 homers on the day. And Kettleson steps in. Wilson just teeing him up at this point. Nicholson's first run allowed in a Sweets jersey. The pitch misses up and away, 1-0. Hit that baseball hard. The 1-0 is laced out towards right center field, ranging under it. Damanu, he reaches up and can't make the play over his left shoulder. Rounds first and heads to second base. That might go down as an E8, if not a double for Kettleson. Back-to-back base hits here at the top of the lineup, and Furajaro steps in. Nicholson getting hit hard here. Owen Estabrook slowly walks out, gives him a piece of advice. Blake Wilson had just 1 home run coming into today's ball game. Goes back-to-back. A homer in the 6th and in the 8th. Now has 3. Just like that. You snap your fingers, and you've tripled your total. The pitch. Inside, 1-0. The trees out in left center and right field glistening in the golden sunlight. Diamond in full shade, no wind to be heard of as the American flag in center field all the way down. The 1-0. A couple of bounces, the right side of the infield. Stuyvesant, field at the shoe tops. A quick sling to first in time. Out 1. There's the slow rollover. And Maddox Risky steps in. Risky 1 for 3 on the day. A single back in the 3rd frame. Let's finish those scores around the West Coast League. Why not? As I already said, the Drifters beat the Berries 8-4. In the bottom of the ninth, as the next pitch misses inside, gets past Estabrook. Kettleson comes home and scores. Sweets now trail 11-2 in the eighth. The Elks on top 8-3 over the Pippins. In the bottom of the seventh, right here at Borleske, 11-2, Knights on top. And in the bottom of the sixth, the Ridgefield Raptors edge out the Portland Pickles 2-1 at this point. The next offering misses high. Pickles manager Mark Magdalano announces his retirement earlier today. Won last year's West Coast League title, the 2-0. Whipped outside, 3-0. Nickname is Mags. In his 11th year with the Pickles, he will be gone next season. The next pitch swirls and clips the outer third, 3-1. Wish him the best in retirement. He's an intense guy, intense coach. You see why they're winning over there in Portland. The pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Maybe the most tenured manager outside of Manager Knight for the Corvallis Knights. He's almost had 20-plus years. The first pitch misses outside, 1-0 to Katayama Stahl. Worked a walk in the second, over 3 on the day. With 1 gone, 1 on, the 1-0. Is crushed out towards right field on a line, foul play. Just turned on a little bit too much. A ball and a strike. Nicholson shakes his head a few times, now comes set, the 1-1. Goes with the curveball and missiles away for ball 2. So pregame, I get to the ballpark and it's a scorching 98 degrees. So that's how I started my day. Then I walk in and I'm not sure what music was playing, but it was not super appealing to the ear as the 2-1 misses away, 3 balls and 1 strike. So we collectively agreed to change the music. Me, General Manager Cody, and one of the interns here, Kaylee, the 3-1. A slow roller right back up the middle. Trevor T can't come up with it as he touches second base, not in time. Muffed play, could have been 2, instead it's 0, and there's 2 on. Put it down as an E6, and up steps Kellen Siegel. Maddox Risky now at second, Katayama Stahl at first. So we changed the music. Now, I was, I opted, I put it out there. I said, let's play some Ed Sheeran. Why not? The first pitch. Rocketed right side over Stuyvesant's glove, out towards right center field. Risky rounds third, he comes home, trailing into third base, Katayama Stahl. An RBI single puts the Knights on top 12-2. Siegel now at first, Katayama Stahl at third. That was not met by the most welcoming way from Kaylee. General Manager Cody didn't care too much. So then Cody just opts to shuffle the song, and guess what the first song is? Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran. Blaring out through Borleske. It got my wish, and it was on shuffle. And of course, Kaylee did not approve with 1 out the pitch. A slow roller over towards short. Trevor T fields it at the grass. A throw to first. In time. Beats him by a half a step, out 2. Katayama Stahl comes in to score, and the Sweets now trail 13-2. So then we do opt for, if you guess Taylor Swift, you'd be correct. That's what we work to next. Played a few different T Swift songs. One of them, I queued my favorite Taylor Swift song, Picture to Burn. Great song. The pitch is roped left field, out of play. 0-1 to Ian Fernandez. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Hitting just north of 250 on the year. Went 1 for 5 a couple of games ago. As he steps back in, the catcher, right-handed bat, facing the righty's deal. Curveball drips just a little bit inside. 1-1. Looked good from up here, just misses. 2 outs. Nicholson shakes off a few signs. Now comes Set. His black mitt at his black belt. The next pitch, a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Lights shining bright. The horizon line slowly turning into a shade of pink as the sun has almost set here in Walla Walla. 2 outs. Set. The stretch. The pitch. Fouled. Right side. One ball and 2 strikes. Here to Ian Fernandez as he twirls his all black bat around, plastered by his white batting gloves. The 1-2. Misses away in the dirt. Check swing, he did not go. Runner takes off to third. Estabrook fields it behind the plate. He did not go around. 2-2. Siegel skates into third. Sweets trail 13-2. Played at 4 runs here in the 8th. Set. Kicks. Deals. Just off the end of the bat. Hobbling around Ian Fernandez. Must have hit him in his toe. We'll do it again on 2-2. Nicholson trying to weasel out of it. He's already given up 4. The righty's deal. Curveball misses inside. Ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Maverick Russell, the 9-hole hitter, on deck. With the Sweets trailing by 11 runs, 13-2 here in the top of the 8th. The pitch. Check swing. It rams off his own fingers. And it's ruled that Matthew DeGree says it came off his own bat. Now, the way that Ian Fernandez reacted to it is that it clobbered him in the hand. I seem to agree with him. It sounded like it might have hit the bat, but sandwiched his fingers first. He is really feeling it. I don't think you just make that up. He's smiling ear to ear. Immediately, he was hobbling with his arm and toe. Taking a beating, fouls it off his own toe. Now wears it on the hand, or maybe the bat, who knows. It's ruled off the bat according to Matthew DeGree. Manager Knight's arguing it. With Siegel at third base. Conversation continues to extend on 3-2 with 2 outs. I mean, the Sweets trail by 11 runs, and this prompts a discussion between Gabe Norbert and Matthew DeGree, and the fans here in Borleske. Let them know. Sweets on the precipice of getting swept here at home. Coming into this series, Walla Walla was 12-3 at Borleske. If the scoreline stays put with the Sweets down by 11, they turn into 12-6. And they rule it is a foul ball. All right. Sweets down by 11 runs at this point. Nicholson just trying to get out of a jam for his personal stats. This pitch. Downstairs, ball 4. Two outs, runners on the corners. Maverick Russell steps in. With 2 on base now, Russell, one of the lone batters in the Knights lineup, still searching for his first base hit. 0 for 2. A couple of walks and scored in the second, the first pitch. Rolled over to first base. Nikhil Beasley gloves it on a bounce, touches his bag, out 3. A couple of runners are stranded, but 4 scrape across on 3 base hits. Walla Walla now trails 13-2 as we roll on to the bottom of the 8th on the Walla Walla Suites Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
We roll on to the bottom of the 8th. Sweets trail 13-2 as Dom Kitty steps in to face off against a new pitcher out on the hill, Landon Parker. The righty arm out of Northwest Nazarene University comes set. The first delivery. Misses down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Parker holding a 4.5 ERA in 10 innings pitched. Holds the baseball behind his belt. Now comes set, the 1-0. Clips him on the back. Dom Cadiz, a hit by pitch as he takes first base. Once again, we are back live. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Owen Estabrook steps in, the righty bat, the pitch. Fouled back, 0-1. So Dom Cadiz today, everyone was watching the start of the MLB draft, and it was right before the first pick got announced. We were all standing there in the dugout, or not the dugout, the clubhouse. It's been a long day, hot. And Leo Rivera, third base coach, as the 0-1, is scorched out towards center field. Kettleson moves to his right, makes the play in the alleyway for out 1. Up steps Scaldaferri. He was doing a scratch ticket. He was scratching it off. And as he's doing the scratch ticket, Dom Cadiz is kind of looking on. Clearly has never done a scratch ticket in his life, which is totally fine. Don't condone it. Also, I think it's totally fine to spend $5 on a scratch ticket. With 1 out, no balls and no strikes, the first offering. Inside 1-0. So they're watching Leo do it, and Dom says, "Can't you just get ChatGPT to rig it for you?" I was baffled from the back row. I had to chime in as the 1-0 hits the outer edge for a ball and a strike. I think Dom thought that it was like a mind game of like you had to figure out the puzzle pieces and put it together, and didn't realize it's just if you win, you win, and if you lose, you lose. There's not much skill. The 1-1. Inside, outside, swing. Fly ball, right field, out of play. 1-2. So Dom is telling him, let's just plug it into ChatGPT and it can solve it for you. And Leo, of course, is acting like, what is this kid talking about? 1 out. The 1-2. A swing and a miss for strike 3. Down goes Scaldaferri. 2 gone. So yes, you cannot just win scratch tickets with ChatGPT. If you could, I'm sure they would stop making them. I've bought 1 scratch ticket in my life. It was the day I turned 18 years old. Since then, I have not bought any. The pitch. Curveball misses inside 1-0. And that's with me winning $5 off the ticket, and I still have the discipline. So if you guys all want to stand up and clap in your houses, feel free. You know, I don't need you to. The 1-0. Misses down and inside. 2-0. Now on the other side, the one time I went to a casino, I played blackjack, lost $50. Also haven't been back since. So there's the flip side of the coin. 2 outs. Could easily lead at first. The 2-0. Misses high. 3 balls and no strikes to Beasley. 1 for 3 on the day. A home run in the 5th. His 2nd of the year. With the sun continuing to set over towards the right field bleachers. The 3-0. Scrapes the top of the zone. 3-1. Temperatures are finally starting to drop. It's still hot though, as the next offering misses inside at the belt. Nikhil Beasley gets out of the way for ball 4, and there's 2 on with 2 gone. Up steps Trevor T, the 7-hole hitter. T a couple of base hits and 3 tries. So I say it's cooling down. It's still 91 degrees. So if that's cool to you, I guess. It was 100 degrees today, so it has started to go down. But still, 91. No wind, doesn't help. 2 outs. The first offering to T is laced on the ground, right back up the middle, coming up with the ball. Wilson, a flip to second the short way, covering for Ajaro, makes the play for out 3. Last inning on tap. Sweets leave a couple on. We roll to the top of the 9th. Walla Walla trails Corvallis 13-2 on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest, you are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off.
Almost wraps here at Borleske. Everyone can feel the All-Star week just knocking on the door. The top of the 9th inning, Sweets trail 13-2. A new pitcher out on the hill for Walla Walla, Dylan Torres, in what will be his last appearance out on the hill for the Sweets. Torres leaves the team after today as he comes set. The first pitch misses up and inside, 1-0. Torres set, kicks and deals. Laced left side on the ground, past a diving Jacob Talbot and goes into the corner. The throw goes into second base high and dives in with a double. Blake Wilson comes up. Wilson is putting together a nice day. 3 for 5 with 2 homers and a double. And Avery steps in, the righty bat. A pinch hitter for Brock Kettleson as Torres comes set. The righty's deal. Fastball misses low, 1-0. Avery out of Lynn Benton Community College, teammates with Andrew Deminu out in center field. The 1-0. Hits top rail, a ball and a strike. Avery against Walla Walla in yesterday's ball game goes 1 for 4. His average now at 264 and 87 at bats. The pitch just misses a little bit low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sweets trail 13-2 here in the 9th. Nadine Stecklin says her dad won $30 on the scratcher today. All right, well, the 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. You heard it there, folks. Kids, go gamble. You will make money. Not my advice, it's Nadine's. Just joking, of course. Gambling will only lose you money in the long run, but do it at a responsible rate. The 2-2. Up and away. This is not financial advice. Whenever I'm watching videos, anywhere about stocks or anything like that, I act like I watch them a lot. I used to actually do it more so. In COVID, I was into investing. And it was always like, this is not financial advice, as the payoff pitch is smoked on the ground over towards third. Talbot fields at the knees. The throw to third base, back over to second. Wilson gets back without a slide, 1 out. They would say this is not financial advice and then proceed to try and convince you to buy these stocks for 10 minutes. If this isn't advice, then I don't know what you're doing. Am I just watching you talk to nothing? I think it's a legal thing. So I'll say it too. Not financial advice. 1 out. The first pitch to Ferrajaro hits the lower outside corner. A pinch hitter out there for Ferrajaro. Braden Mondew, the righty bat. Out of the University of Hawaii, the pitch. Fouled left side. 0-2. The incoming senior out of Hawaii, Hilo. 3rd appearance against the Sweets. The 0-2. Chopped left side, just foul as a road to chalk. We'll do it again. Went 1 for 3 in the opening game against the Sweets, 0 for 2 yesterday. Hitting .215 on the season. As he holds his bright blue barrel bat, twirls it around, and places it on his right shoulder. The 0-2. A couple of hops, left side. Talbot bobbles it. No throw to first base. Braden Mondew reaches first on an E5. With 1 gone, there's 2 on. Up steps Maddox Risky. Risky 1 for 3 on the day with a walk in the 8th. 1 round to score. Top of the 9th, the pitch. Popped up high in the clouds. out of play. Rather, no clouds. It's blue skies. Just making stuff up here. I'm telling you, the heat's getting not just to me. The 0-1. Yanked away off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sweets trail 13-2. Top of the 9th. Walla Walla on the precipice of getting swept here at Borleske for the first time this season with 1 out. From the belt, the pitch is lofted out towards right field. Comine in foul territory makes the play in shallow right. Tagging from second and heading over to third, Blake Wilson. Montview stays put at first. Katayama Stahl comes up to the dish from the left side, 1 for 4 with the walk. The righty steal. Outside. A beautiful sky out in the distance. A gradient from blue all the way down to pink the closer you get to the horizon. 2 outs. The 1-0. Up and in at the head of Katayama Stahl. He dives out of the way. 2-0. Kellen Siegel on deck with 2 gone. The 2-0 is crushed out towards right field, right at Comine as he makes the play. Drifts a couple feet to his right, but pretty much just had to stay where he was, out 3. The Knights leave a couple on. Do not cross a run, and the Sweets trail 13-2. Last chance for Walla Walla. Bottom of the 9th on the other side on the Walla Walla Sweets digital network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Welcome back into the Walla Walla Sweets digital network. Drew Albaugh on the mic. Bottom of the 9th, Sweets trail 13-2. Nate Stuyvesant steps up. The righty bat facing off against Parker Warner, the righty arm out of Stanford University. And this is going to be interesting, folks. Stuyvesant also out of Stanford. A Cardinal matchup. The first pitch. It's the basement of the zone, 0-1, just gets the call. Dials up an 89-mile-per-hour heater. Warner, a 1.58 ERA and 5 2/3 this season. The 0-1. Misses away. Stuyvesant almost waves at it, but holds back his hands just in enough time. The count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. With nobody on, nobody out, Sweets trail 13-2. From the windup, the 1-1. As a tapper over towards third, rides the chalk for a moment. Risky fields it at the belt. The toss across in time, out one. And like most things this series, Corvallis gets the better of the Sweets in the Crimson Stanford matchup. Out one. Comine steps in. 0 for 2, walked back in the 7th. Just one base hit on the year. It came in yesterday's ball game. Comine goes 1 for 3, batting under 100 the first pitch. A swing and a miss, 84 off the plate. 0-1 with one gone. Sweets trail 13-2 here in the bottom of the 9th. Warner takes a deep breath. In the motion, the delivery. It's chopped up the middle. A couple of hops to Wilson. He can't field it as it trickles off his leather. Stays in the infield. Hunter Comine reaches on an E6 for the second time today. He might have beat it out. We'll have to wait for the official ruling on that. Looked to me like an E6. Could have gone down as an infield single. We'll have to see. Jacob Talbot steps in. 0 for 3, 2 Ks. Walked back in the first. Comine a lead at first. The pitch. Hits the outer black. 0-1. Warner spins and looks at first. Now delivers home on 0-1. A cue shot over towards first base. Russell steps on his bag. Comine dives into second. No throw. Out 2. Sweets down to their final out. Up steps a pinch hitter for the Sweets. Ethan Belcher. Belcher out of hometown Walla Walla. First appearance in a Sweets jersey. First pitch is popped up behind the plate. Out of play, 0-1. Belcher staying at 6'4", has not committed to a college yet, the incoming freshman. Righty bat, went to Waugh High. Just down the road from here. Down to the Sweets' final out. Rests on Belcher's hands, the 0-1. Scrapes the outer black, 91. And now Walla Walla's down to their final strike. With Comine at second base, Sweets trail 13-2, bottom of the 9th. Knights on the precipice of a sweep. Taps his left foot. Warner's 0-2 pitch. Well away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Warner steps back on the hill. Sweets down 11 runs. Would need a miracle with 2 outs. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 84 miles an hour top rail. Belcher's just a little bit late. And the Knights win 13-2, sweep away the Sweets. All 3 go Corvallis' way. That is that. The Sweets lose by 11 runs. Had a good chance in the first game, down 9-0. Lost 9-7 after plating 7 runs, all in the 7th frame. Then in yesterday's ball game, the Sweets were up 3-2. Ends up losing 10-3. And then in today's ball game, a 13-2 obliteration of Walla Walla. The Sweets still hold the playoff spot despite losing the last 5 of 6. So that's some good news heading into the All-Star break. Walla Walla is back at it in Marion after a quick break starting on Friday. Down in Bellingham, you can watch both Dom Cadiz and Tanner Kerr head over to Bellingham. That game is on Wednesday. But for me and everybody behind the scenes, I'm Drew Albaugh saying so long and good night from Walla Walla, Washington. We'll be on the air on Friday in Marion on the Walla Walla Suites Mixler. The YouTube channel will be in some slumber as far as the live stream goes for just a little bit. The next home series for the Suites on the 22nd of July at 6:35 p.m. first pitch against the Bend Elks. This next few sets, very important for the Suites. A 3-game set against the Berries, then 3 against the Bend Elks, then 3 more against the Berries, and then ending July with 3 against the Knights. It's going to be a tough 2 weeks. Make or break time for Walla Walla. Drew Albaugh saying so long and good night from Walla Walla, Washington. Thanks everybody so much for sticking around. Suites lose